Hi folks, today we're going to look at a new public preview on privileged roles and permissions. Now, in Microsoft Entra, when you're managing a tenant, you eventually need to give access to other users to help administer the tenant. Now, what can happen is you might sometimes give them access that can lead to elevation of privileged without you realizing it. So let's head over to the roles and permissions blade. Now, if you have a keen eye, you might have noticed there's this new column called privileged that shows the roles that grant privileged permissions. And you can also see the number of users that have been assigned to these roles. So when you're granting users access, you can quickly know which of these are privileged roles that could lead to elevation of privilege. Now, you can also see a warning here that says if you exceed a total of 10 privileged assignments, it will be called out in this warning. Now, this is a demo tenant. So if I sort by assignments, you can see that, we've granted 900 assignments to the global reader. So it's really easy to see when you granted too much. This also works with the custom roles that you might define. So if I scroll down here, there are these custom roles that have been designed, and you can see I've granted privileged permission. So let's see how that works with custom roles. Let's say I want to create a role for my help desk team, right? I say next. When I come to select the permissions, I now have an easy way to identify the roles, the permissions that could grant a privileged access to a user, right? So now it's not always possible to not grant access. You eventually need to give access to, delegate access to others in your tenant. When you do, there are some best practices that you can follow. Right, so always apply the principle of least privilege, right? Use privileged identity management to grant access. Definitely turn on MFA for all your admin accounts. Configure access reviews. Make sure you're doing every quarterly or biannual reviews to make sure that people who don't need access have been revoked access. Limit the total number of global admins to less than 5, and limit the number of privileged role admins less than 10. Awesome. So hope you found this useful. Until next time. Cheers.